Yang Liu, the chairman of Atlantis Investment Management. So tell us whether or not the company should be, or the bank should be, happy with this pricing, given the market conditions.
I think the bank has been well positioned itself. It will be the gateway for China's, the big industry growth, which is the agricultural industry. It is not a ordinary bank. It will catch up the phenomenal growth both in the banking industry and the China agricultural industry going forward. That's why I'm a happy investor, and we think this bank will perform well. If you remember when ICBC came about 3 years ago, if you are a subscriber, a first-day investor, if you're doing nothing, you gain more than double. It's about 105% return if you're doing nothing by just holding ICBC. So China Agricultural Bank will perform well, giving its CAGR growth, which will be over 30% in the coming 3 years, will be 10% above the average of the banking industry, with the fee growth will be phenomenal, over 50% growth. That's why buying at this moment, with the global deteriorating of the credit situation, China Agricultural Bank is a must-buy idea.
It's a must-buy, but is it a long-term bet?
And, we're buying China, we're buying for medium term, 3 years, more than double the return. It is an example there from ICBC. That's why, we think this bank, giving its fee growth, its largest franchise, its largest retail deposit, covering more than 50% of the market share in China country level. We think this bank will perform very well. That's why Qatar, the Middle East investor, they are long-term investors. They were at the, anchor investor base in the ICBC, and they came again, this time.
Right.
I think they are coming. So I think we are the medium to long-term investor, and we think we'll make good returns by holding these stocks going forward. And day one, debut, we also expect a positive return.
How concerned should investors be about bad loans? I mean, this is a bank that's lent out a record 1 trillion yuan. That's the GDP, more than the GDP of New Zealand. And you have Ken Rogoff saying he expects China's property market, that it's beginning its collapse, and then it's going to hit the banks.
It's quite boring if you talk about non-performing loans. Chinese banking industry has been improved so much about their performing loans and non-performing loans improvements. I think there's no comparison to compare this bank to New Zealand situation, because you also mentioned its retail deposit base is 320 million. That number no other economics can compare. Also, it got the renminbi 4.4 trillion. The franchise networking in terms of deposit in China. So basically, you're buying the banking industry going forward, the bright future about mortgage loans and agricultural industry as well. So
right.
Basically, this is the proxy for China's new growth engine in the rural China and the China country's market share growth.
Okay, Yang Liu from Atlantis Investment Management, thanks so much for joining us.